After that guilty verdict was read in Pennsylvania, there was a true moment of clarity on the steps of the courthouse. The moment when Lili Bernard, an actress who accused Cosby of drugging and sexually assaulting her, realized what had just happened. Lili Bernard is one of Cosby's victims. As a survivor, she's joined by Caroline Heldman, a sexual assault victim advocate who has worked with many of the accusers. And, of course, as you saw, she was in the courtroom for the verdict. Welcome to both of you. Lili, I want to start with what was said on GMA this morning. Bill Cosby's team, they called Cosby's conviction a public lynching, and they likened it to the Emmett Till case. Your reaction?
More than a third of Bill Cosby's publicly known survivors, 62 of us, more than a third of us are black women. Black women's lives matter too. For Bill Cosby to parallel our courage in speaking out and the voices of our advocates to modern-day lynches, for them to bring the subject of Emmett Till into this conversation is not only depraved, but it is also it's a denigration of the souls of these real lynching victims. It sullies the memory of Emmett Till, and all it does is just show the profundity of their depravity. This is not about race. This is about rape.
Caroline, I mean, what Emmett Till's name came into this, it shocked me. I'll get your reaction to that.
I will say that it wasn't surprising because we've actually heard a lot of this rhetoric from a lot of the Cosby supporters who were, bullying us, frankly, at the courthouse. So this is just an effort on the part of Cosby's considerable PR team to make this case about something other than what it was. At the end of the day, there are 62 public survivors. There are many more survivors who are not public. He is a serial rapist who's now been found guilty on 3 charges of sexual violence, of sexual assault. And this is just a desperate attempt to frame it as something other than a serial sexual predator.
Lili, you were on Cosby's historic show. He used to be this big role model, but now we know he was a fake. What should people take away from that?
What should people take away from that? What the Me Too movement is stating, that a serial rapist is often a most beloved individual. It is most often a trusted individual, and that Bill Cosby's phony philanthropy, his pontificating morality were nothing but smoke screens to his true nature, which is that of a lying, duplicitous, cowardly, criminal, serial rapist who has wreaked havoc upon the lives of dozens and dozens of women with impunity for decades.
You heard Joey Jackson, Caroline, that Mr. Cosby, his lawyers are appealing his conviction, and he might not spend a day in prison. There is that possibility. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
Well, I think he is perhaps being treated like someone other than the common criminal that he is at this point. We were hoping to hear, as Lili puts it, the clink, clink, right, of the handcuffs put on him, because that is what he deserves. This is not a man who should be free a single day of his life, and it's a shame that only 2% of rapists ever see a day inside a prison cell, and it looks like Cosby might use his considerable wealth to stay out of prison, even though that's exactly where he belongs.
And I want to add that this verdict is making our communities a safer place, because if someone as powerful and as once beloved and revered as Bill Cosby has been to be convicted of rape, that is going to make other rapists pause before attacking other women. But letting Bill Cosby just be home on house arrest is sending a mixed message to the powerful perpetrators, and that's not right. That man needs to be in the slammer where he belongs.
Lili Bernard, thank you for your courage. Thank you for being on. Caroline, thank you as well. We'll continue.